This is Blackwood Family.
Much peace and love, family. Welcome to the Rhythm School Show right here on the Blackwood Fire Network Media for the 21st century. Being on the second day of September, the year 2021, the year is moving pretty fast. And before you know it, you shall actually realize that it's on the 31st of December and you have turned over into a new year. I do not know what you had aspired to achieve by the time we are getting the 2nd of September, but I do hope that you're somewhere along your way close to achieving what you had set to achieve at the start of it all. My name is Spikes, and I thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. It's always a delight to have you listening in and also checking us out on the Blackout Fan Network. Before we get started, I would like to urge us to visit the Blackout Fire Network, which is www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Once you are on there, create your own profile on the network and also get to engage with us and all the family on the Blackout Fire Network using the official website, which, like I said, is www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. This is a Rhythm Scoop Show. My name is Spikes alongside my co-host, Jovi.
Yes, karibuni sana to the Rhythm Scoop Show. My name is Jomed. Of course, you are listening to where we get to discuss matters concerning entertainment, art, and culture. And as Spike said, we hope you are doing great. And it being the 2nd of September. Karibuni sana. This is the Blackout Fire Network, media for the 21st century. Do remember we are live and interactive on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at the Blackout Fire Network radio station, on Twitter as well at the Blackout Fire Network, and of course also on Instagram. You can hit our DM as you tell us, how is your September coming along? What are the goals that you had set for yourself? And we hope that you are vibrating positively as we're looking forward to having an amazing discussion. Karibuni sana.
I see the one and only Mr. Ike himself. Is it Ike or Ike? I really never knew. I have asked General Mosquito to join us on the show a couple of times. I never get to see him join. But General Mosquito, let me also extend the invitation to you even right now in case you are feeling generous to give us your company right here on the network. We would love to hear from you. That is the link right there. You can click on it if you would like to join us all. You can also call us using a +254-7544-2730. I hope that everything is well in the UK. Right here in Nairobi today, it's a little bit cold, and I understand in some parts it's really partly cloudy, and in other areas in the 254 it might be raining as well. But we are grateful for whatever kind of weather that they all get to offer us on this particular day. We also do hope that everyone is doing well and that your days are coming up just fine. It's 16 minutes past 4 p.m. right here in Nairobi, so I would believe it's 16 minutes past 2 p.m. in the UK, and also 16 minutes past 4 p.m. in Moscow, Russia, for anyone that might be around those particular places. We want to invite everyone to the broadcast as we get to discuss issues affecting us as a Black people globally. I thought you was along Spikes. I didn't know you was with Joby. Yes, I'm having a bit of a hit with my camera, but yes, we are with Joby. And she says hello too.
Hi, General Mosquito. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you're doing great, and we want to appreciate you. Please kindly, Spikes has shared the link with you. Can you kindly today join us?
If he is able to, he might be at work. I'm really not sure whether he might be able to. He might be at work, so I do not know. But yes, if you are able to, kindly go ahead and click on that and join us on the broadcast. Today we shall be focusing on different issues, and first and foremost, we do have the problem of Uganda being coerced into hosting the refugees are from Afghanistan. Some other different countries have not gone aboard with the plan. Joby shall be telling us about what is happening with South Africa.
Yeah, in South Africa, we did get to see some time back that in Uganda, they did get to accept the refugees, rather the command the demands of the US government. But right now it seems that South Africa is on delay, it doesn't want any refugees. And I'm quite super proud because
I bet even Uganda didn't want them, but they have them. Playing with the string.
Of course you have to, because you've been taking, how do I say, you've been taking, or rather being, how do I say,
The alien is they have him in their pocket.
Yeah, the major decision.
Yeah.
And I just do hope even other nations, starting with the 2.4, because I did get to see some time back where Kenyans were requesting even Uhuru to take in these refugees. Not even the president.
On social media, I have seen social media people being paid to push agendas. For example, on Twitter, if you go to Kenyan Twitter, and look at what is trending on the Kenyan Twitter, I have realized that these are people that have been paid. They are called hype groups. You pay some hype group, and these hype group will be involved in pushing your agenda. So it's a whole lot of propaganda going on there. So I would suspect the same thing that was going on. I don't think Africans right here or Kenyans right here in our country were asking for the president to bring in those the refugees. But
I'm proud.
South Africa,
I'm proud of South Africa, because I hope that other major or other African countries can be able to see this kind of whereby you have we were talking about the fear of saying no, whereby Africans, I think, because of the system of all the lies that we are being fed, the lies that we've grown up into, and like putting Mzungu, like is the first priority into our lives. The fear of saying no, it's in so many of us. So I am proud of South Africa, because the word no is one of the things that most of us are lacking. But I'm super, super proud.
So South Africa, of course, has come out and they have said that they will be unable to offer shelter to Afghans who have sought refuge in Pakistan. And I do believe this was also the US trying to, maneuver and also coerce the South African also to take in some of these refugees after they have fled their country and on en route to Pakistan. The South African government notes the overtures made to the country to consider receiving a number of Afghani refugees. These are really not overtures. Most of the time, you do find if you call them overtures, it's coercion. If you do get to ask me. But what has happened is that South Africa has said it is unable to receive the Afghani refugees despite the request. And these are not humble requests. This is not like someone might. It's very, very difficult for someone to come into your house and force you to have to host people in your house. If you don't want, you really do not want. But for Uganda, they were cornered by the US government, and they were told, you know what, you will be hosting these 500? 2,000 refugees. You will be hosting them in your place, and we don't care for how long you will be hosting them. But South Africans are not aboard with this. I do know that South Africa is controlled by the white minority. So it's a white minority that have come out, I suspect, and say that they will not be hosting these refugees from the Afghani refugees. Because I was saying the other week that the US did really mess up at this country, and there are some lessons to be learned even by African countries. You'll find some African countries thinking that the military intervention by the US is a solution for them. For example, Somalia. In Somalia, there has been airstrikes that have been conducted by the US, against the Al-Shabaab. But what happens, you might find some people thinking that there is a solution, an eventual solution after all these bombarding over different places. Even some places you have had civilian casualties being murdered in the name of, fighting the Al-Shabaab or fighting these militant groups. So, yes, the African people should know, wherever they might be on the continent, that foreign military intervention is really not the solution. There should be better ways of getting to address some of the challenges that you do have right here on the African continent, as opposed to relying on the French military forces, on the US military forces, and on these other different military forces from Europe and that have come into the continent to look after their own interest. So the South African government is unfortunately not in a position to accommodate such a request. This is according to the Department of International Relations and Cooperations, according to a statement given out. They said, no, we are not going to have any of these refugees. For the moment, we are sorry, we will not be hosting any of these. General Musguri, you're asking who the hell is in Moscow? I ain't no black person in Russia, Spikes. I do not know who might be in Moscow. I was just saying we also share the same timeline. is it timeline or just we share the same time. Let me just call it the timeline because it's at 22 minutes past 4 p.m. even in Moscow. I don't know. Maybe General Mosiro might like to go to Russia sometime. That is that
Please
is
take
my
me with
thinking.
you.
But you will go and find all the racist Russians are right there, who will try to do the most and harm you. But nonetheless, I will go back into other different matters taking place on the African continent, and of course, what has been happening with Baba's law. This is sometimes we might call the president of Nigeria Baba's law. He is known as Muhammad Buhari. He took when he was first appointed, when he first took over the helm, the reign of power of power in Nigeria. He took about 3 to 4 months before he could nominate cabinet members. But the same Baba slow because he's very very slow to appointing the cabinet ministers in his own for his own government. Right now, he has been said to sack 2 ministers in a rare reshuffle, so he's very very quick to sack them, but very very slow to appoint them. And what you realize with the government in Nigeria is that these appointments are not they are not really professional. What happens is that the president, once he has been voted in, and this is quote unquote voted in by the electorate, what happens is that he appoints his friends. He will appoint a couple of people that he has favors, owes favors to. He might get another tycoon who maybe was part of the funding of his campaign, or he might get another kind of an individual who catapulted him to the political place where he is right now. So for him, he took about 3 to 4 months before he could nominate his cabinet. And people are just wondering what now happens, because these ministries need people to lead them. For example, if it's a water ministry or the natural resources ministry, you need someone to be able to to move to help things, to steer things forward. But for the 4 months that after he was voted in the first time, he took about 4 months until people started complaining, because the work came to a standstill in those ministries. And eventually, when he picked some of these individuals, these were individuals that have been picked on not really on merit, but they have been picked because they are close to his circle. These are people in his circles. But of course, for the first time over 6 years, the administration of President Muhammad Buhari, a minor cabinet reshuffle was effected, with 2 ministers losing their jobs and 2 others being redeployed. Those affected are the Minister for Agriculture and the Rural Development, Muhammad Sabo Nanono, and his counterpart from the Ministry of Power, Saleh Man. The president cited the need to improve economic management and the delivery of public services. I would think that these are people that have come against any of his agendas, and therefore they have been shut the door. They have been told, you guys need to exit, you guys need to leave. I don't think that has to do with maybe public economic development or delivery of a public service. I would really doubt much about that. But we also do have other different stories.
In Zambia, we were talking about Zambia, actually, considering what you mentioned with Nigeria, the president taking time and choosing the opponents, or maybe someone who's going to run the other things. In Zambia, we did get to see Afendi's never won the presidency.
Yes,
but
he
right
did.
now,
And he is a puppet. I saw him giving, I think he gave an interview with, was it the BBC? I saw him speaking from, and I was listening to him. And
camera may be messed up.
Yeah, we do have a problem.
I think
I saw
Spike's
him.
having connectivity problem to some general mosquito.
Yeah, that is a general mosquito. But welcome to the broadcast, Keith. This is a Rhythm Scoop show. We are hoping to set.
Why do you think, Spikes? Why do you think? I want you to critically think. Critically, why do they need nurses in England, Spikes? Why do they need them there? Why?
They are going. Their numbers. They are declining. Their numbers are declining. You talked about the population declining because the time is up.
Not just that. But why?
The time is up.
Not just not just that. But why is it so rapidly now? Why? What's going on in England, Spikes?
I think they have taken. They have taken these.
Yes, Spikes. Yes, they're taking the dirt nap, Spikes. They're taking the dirt nap. That's why there's a crisis in England and in America. And so now they're going to use the Africans. They'll tell these Africans they must get the you know what, because they want better wages. They'll murder them off. They'll get some more. They're going to send them to America. They'll make them, like I said, the African is, sad enough, they made a moron. Say to work here, you must get the you know what. They'll end up taking the dirt nap. That's why they're getting these people.
They will. Those
That's why they're coming to Africa. Okay. Go ahead, Spikes. What now?
No, I'm saying the 20,000 of these nurses, I bet they would also have to get these, they will have to get it as well. When they're going to work there, they'll have to get it.
Of course, they need 20,000, Spice. 20,000 is an astronomical number. That lets you know it's a mad die-off going on. And you think this is just as many over here in America, because I don't know why. I don't know why these nurses in Kenya don't say, well, why the fuck do they need us in England? They're like, well, they're gonna pay you a lot of money. Oh, okay. You're not gonna even think about why. Why they need? They don't want my ass there. They don't like me any other time. They would say, hell no, you can't come to Great Britain. Hell no. But now all of a sudden, we're rolling out the red carpet for you, Negro. Come on in.
And we were saying the same is happening with Nigeria. For the Nigerian nurses, most of them have been shipped to Saudi Arabia. Was it Saudi Arabia or Dubai? Either Saudi Arabia or Dubai. That is why we were talking about it last week. We were saying that we do have some people who go to go recruit Nigerian nurses, and then they give them contracts and take them to either Saudi Arabia or Dubai. I think both of them have been involved. Taking
they'll
these.
Be coming to America. They'll be coming whatever, and they'll be doing. They'll last for how many? Maybe a year till they take the dirt naps from getting to what you have, because you got the medical system around the world breaking down because people are taking a dirt nap. And so we're going to go to these poor countries called Kenya, Nigeria, and get these African broads who we know are dumb as dirt. And we're going to now bring them, because we're going to give them more money. They're going, oh, I can take care of my family. I can get more money. Yes, and you're going to get a big bucket of dirt nap, too.
Actually, personally, I've not even thought it. I've not, clicked my mind into that perspective. I was just thinking about the whole.
Wow, you didn't think about that, Joby? Why do you think they need Kenyan nurses?
I was telling Spikes, it's all about the money, because Kenyans might be so excited because they'll be offered.
It is about the money, but it's about the money. Don't get me wrong. That's to entice them, but they're not asking a question. Since Africa, Kenya's a third world country, so we're saying, how do the third world got more nurses than supposedly a first world country like Britain? That's the question you're supposed to be asking. How the hell does a first world country have less nurses than a third world country? That's supposed to bring a lot in your fucking head. But when you're controlled by money, useless paper. Oh, go ahead, Spikes.
No. I was just saying, if you remember, there was a movie which was known as Last Friday, and I think that was Mike Epps and Ice Cube were given the job of becoming the security guards, and they were asking what happened to the last security guards, because if you go and take up a job, you're also supposed to be asking what happened to the last security guards. And the last security guards had actually been beaten up. You're breaking up.
What happened to all the other nurses? What is going on?
Exactly.
But like you said, the African is not taught to ask questions. They just that's why they need you there, dummy. Asking them that was still living. They must ask.
You're breaking up. I don't know if I could hear the last
complete breakdown.
Go on.
Oh, I hear you. Go ahead. The African never asks easy, critical questions. Anytime before now in the world that you don't got this happening, they didn't say, 20,000 Kenyan nurses, come to Britain and we'll pay you more money. Come. They told you, nigga, you stay your ass home. Don't you sneak your ass in here. What they said. Go ahead, Joe.
You remember there was a Zambian a woman who I think her channel is still up. She works as a nurse in the UK, and she was talking about
how they treat us so bad.
Yeah,
they treat us so bad. They spit on us. They call us nigga to our face. They call us nigga to our face. That's that lady. That's that nurse.
He actually, the caregiver actually forgave the woman who was spitting on her face and calling
her her damn face. Say you dirty nigga and spit in her damn face while she was her caregiver. The nurse, they call us nigga to our face. They call us nigga to our face. Yes, but they do. You're not in Africa no more. Now you get to it. They're not a tourist in Africa pretend to be friendly with your ass. Now you in their country and they're gonna be who they are. Evil and wicked towards your ass. You're gonna get a whole wake up. I thought I liked white people. I was, hey nigga, get out the way. Why you here? Well, I'm here to help you. I'm a nurse. I don't want you in my country. You go back to Africa, dirty nigga. Go back. Go ahead.
But if you look closely to this particular article and the way it has been put together, you realize that Africa is still a colony of the Europeans, because they have said on this article that the Kenyan government had agreed to send 20,000 nurses to the UK to address a shortage of 62,000 in that country. So they are sending
in America. Nurses make a lot of money. That's why you got Nish. I got to call Nish. I sent Nish to my hometown. She's in California right now. This is traveling, as you guys know, in the Black Empire chat. What's up, chat? You know, Nish is driving from Houston to Seattle, and I set up her itinerary. So right now she's in California. Yesterday she drove from Houston up to El Paso, and now from El Paso to California. So she's now in Ontario, and she'll be headed up to Northern California, and I have her stop in Reading. But she'll being a travel nurse. This is making crazy money. This is making like $60 fucking an hour. This is like.
But also, did she have breakfast yesterday at El Paso? She was asking. She was saying she wanted to see what they eat at El Paso.
She started laughing. It's about, damn, this is Mexico. This ain't no Mexico. I said, I told you, Nish. It's like it's Mexico. I told you my uncle used to live there. my uncle with his 9 Mexican children and shit.
Yeah.
but but now she's in California. But after driving through New Mexico and Arizona, now she's in California. But nursing has always been Muslim America. It's only recently you got third world people in America, mosquito, like from the Philippines and other shit like that. But most American nurses are mostly white women because it pays so well. I don't know what it pays in Britain, but nurses make money in America. They're paid well. So, especially being a travel nurse like Nish is, that's why Nish is going to go to Tanzania. She's making crazy bank. So, shit. Nurses make money in America, but they're having a nursing shortage because a lot of them are saying, fuck no to the you know what. They're saying, fuck this shit. Hell no. I'm not taking this shit. Just like the police departments in Chicago and New York and around the country are saying, go kick rocks. We know what the fuck this shit is. We're not listening to no damn mainstream media tell us, oh, it's good, it's effective, and we see motherfuckers falling out, having brain tumors, cancer, and all kind of shit. The mainstream media don't work in America. That the shit's a lie. We know mainstream media is a complete lie. We know it. Oh, they go Nish right there. God damn. But this ass calling me right now. I'll come back in a minute, Spike. Let me talk to this crazy ass.
Okay, no problem. But I was just saying that Sister Nish is on a road trip. I believe she is. But we were saying that when you look at that particular article and you look at the article and get the full details, they are saying that these nurses that are being sent to the UK, they are going to fill up a gap which is about 62,000 nurses in the UK. And if you also look at this, it's like they are getting them. The nurses, the UK will be getting these nurses are from various African countries, especially those that are in the Commonwealth. or former British colonies. You will find, for example, maybe Uganda. They might go into Uganda, get a few, like maybe 10,000 from Uganda, go into another African country that was a former colony of the British. So I was just saying that even till today, we still do have a neo-colonialism, and we still do have colonialism on the continent of Africa, not as it was those days, but there is also a lot of patronizing on what African people can do, what African people, what jobs African people should also indulge with. Sister Portland girl, you saying because lots of nurses in the UK are quitting because of the job. Yes, exactly, Sister Portland girl. But you will find not many of the Kenyan nurses will be asking themselves what happened to the last nurses. You know, like I was saying with the movie, which is Friday, where Mike Epps and Ice Cube were given a job, and they were to become security guards. So they were asking the boss what happened to the last security guards, and they never got to find out until it was all problematic, you know, until they were being chased after and risking their lives. But they never got the answer onto what had happened to the last previous guards. I wish I would be getting, I wish I was able to get that particular clip and share it with us, but I will try to do that as we move along. I hope that you all doing well, Sister Portland girl. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, and you know, we value and appreciate your company right here on the show. General Mosquito, most nurses in Europe and America are from a so-called third world countries, and it's, of course, it's always been like that. But I do know that there is a big brain drain going on, going on across the continent of Africa. Last week I talked about what has been happening with Nigeria. There has been a big recruitment of nurses. They have been taken to Dubai, nurses and doctors. They have been taken to Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Let me share these real quick. And this is exactly what is happening for the Nigerian counterparts who are in the medical field, both the nurses and the doctors. Let me share with you this video real quick as we get to proceed on the different facets of our life in Africa and what is happening with our people right here on the continent.
I don't know.
You're best served now. With the situation of things in Nigeria, I are best served as much as possible, taking your health, your fitness very, very
seriously. Yeah.
Do what you can. At least, so I say rule of thumb, every day try to get your heart beating faster.
Yeah, true.
Just get it, do something, maybe a run, a walk, or something that where you are. Move around. Because our doctors are leaving.
And we also think, before we delve into that, just quickly need to note that we also have apps and phones now that actually record your number of steps for every step each day, which would
I think the makeup on these Nigerian women is too much, but anyway, I think that's none of my business.
Also help, watch his heart beating fast, and also help, your fitness routine altogether. So I think you should.
So I had this watch on for the past 2 weeks. I took it off today because I was like, I'm putting myself under too much pressure. Because it tells me I need to have 10,000 steps every day. And then at the end of the day, I look at it and I'm like, 5,000. I'm like, whoa!
Leave it up. Because, you see, I was going through some stuff after seeing the shameful, that's how I would describe it. Shameful for our country, not of course for the people who went there to try to better their lives, the doctors who went there, but at the moment, NARD, the Association of Resident Doctors, are on strike.
Yes.
And then
the federal government has refused to meet their demands.
And then if a foreign country via an agency is doing recruitment exercise right in our capital, like, how does that work?
And there are still going to be more recruitment exercises in the next couple of weeks.
So imagine the TV or something of myself, and then they just come into it. Recruitment exercise, and I'm paying 10K. Like, you have about 500 doctors in Abuja. They'll have in Lagos and all of that to go to the UAE.
Yeah.
I found the last counted, we talked to 5,000 people.
Patients. Yeah.
5,000 people in this country.
One doctor to 5,000 people. Yeah, that's quite a lot. I also believe even the policing situation in Nigeria, it's even worse. You might have one police for about 10,000 people in Nigeria, but they will still find ways of exporting, these nurses and doctors to the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and whatever.
Now, scary. By WHO standards, it's supposed to be at the minimum one doctor to 600.
Yeah.
You understand? Now you go to Dubai, to the UAE. The UAE has 2.57 to 1,000. That means that to 5,000, that would be by 5. The UAE has over 12 doctors to 5,000.
To 5,000 people.
So that means that they have on average 12 doctors more than a doctor in Nigeria. 12 more for 12 more per population.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get what
and they're still recruiting more.
And then they come recruit more. And then we now that we're even managing the ones that we have.
Yeah.
Like, how does this not send alarm signals? How is a state of emergency not called?
Being declared, yeah.
How is
This is how African continent works. The brother might not be able to fathom or even wrap his mind around how that is working. To see that the doctors are likely being that face pain spikes. I don't know if it's face pain, whatever that might be, well and good for them. But I am saying that is how things work on the continent. The brother might not be able to fathom or really wrap his head around those particular statistics, because he says it's one doctor for every 5,000 in Nigeria. But then it's 12 doctors for every 5,000 in the UAE or in Dubai or in Saudi. But the Saudi wants to, make their numbers much better. And so this brother might not be able to comprehend. He might have a difficulty being able to wrap his head around what is happening with the porting of Nigerian doctors and them being taken to the UAE. And, let me just see a little bit more of him, because he might be able to find a solution in between all that.
Sorry, Spikes. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I lost this. I was talking. I was talking to this.
If a foreign country via an agency is doing the shameful, that's how I would describe it. Shameful for our country, not of course for the people who went there to try to better their lives, the doctors who went there. But at the moment, NARD, the Association of Resident Doctors, are on strike.
Yes.
And then
the federal government has refused to meet their demands.
And then if a foreign country via an agency is doing recruitment exercise right in our capital, like, how does that work?
And there are still going to be more recruitment exercises in the next couple of weeks.
So imagine seeing something on myself, and then they just come into here and they're doing recruitment exercise, and I'm paying 10K. Like, you have over 500 doctors in Abuja. They'll have in Lagos and all of that to go to the UAE.
Yeah.
I found out something. As at the last time, February, because we don't do very well when it comes to keeping numbers and being accountable. We don't do very well in this country. But at the minimum, we have one doctor to 5,000 people.
Patients. Yeah.
5,000.
Damn.
Yeah, it's one doctor to 5,000 people, but they are still exporting. They are exporting,
and they ain't paying. Yeah, because they're not paying them. If the country's corrupt, the money's been stolen by the Europeans. Yeah, it's a thiefdom. So you got more Nigerian doctors in California than you got in the whole country of Nigeria. You got more Nigerian doctors in California than you got in the whole country of Nigeria.
Not getting paid in Nigeria, so what do? They will go to Saudi, and you can hear
they got no choice. Exactly. All the money, and the sad part about the money that they're going to get paid. Britain to get and the United States to get is being stolen from Nigeria. They're getting paid with their own ill-gotten booty. That's how vicious these crackers are.
This is what he says.
Now, scary.
By WHO standards, it's supposed to be at the minimum one doctor to 600.
Yeah.
You understand? Now you go to Dubai, to the UAE. The UAE has 2.57 to 1,000. That means that to 5,000, that would be by 5. The UAE has over 12 doctors to 5,000.
To 5,000 people.
So that means that they have on average 12 doctors more than a doctor in Nigeria. 12 more for 12 more per population.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get what
and they're still recruiting more.
And then they come recruit more. And then we now that we're even managing the ones that we have.
Yeah.
Like, how does this not send alarm signals? How is a state of emergency not?
Because like Spike said, you're sleeping, stupid. You don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know how the world works. And Nigeria is over religious with that Jesus shit. That's why, stupid. You don't know how the world works. You're moronic, and the world takes advantage of you. That's why, stupid. That's why. Go ahead, Spike.
Let me get the statistics for Kenya before we continue exporting these doctors. Let me see the statistics for one doctor. How many people does one serve in Kenya? Doctor to population ratio in Kenya.
Probably just as bad.
Yeah, we would be almost doing as bad Nigeria.
It's close.
But we still have. That is, it's even worse. You know, it's a one doctor to 16,000. One doctor to 16,000. Yeah, that is a statistic. So one doctor.
God damn! Is it?
So,
I didn't even think it could be worse than Nigeria. God damn.
But we still have the doctors to export to. This is according to the Google the Reuters statistics. You can see 1 to 16,000. Kenya doctor to patient ratio is 1 to 16,000 according to official data.
Wow!
Far below the recommendation of the WHO for one doctor for 1,000 patients. The
government sad fact is, Spike, you might find more Kenyan doctors in Maryland than you'll find all in Kenya.
It's possible, highly likely. But the thing is, even for members of parliament that are still seated in parliament today, they do not see anything wrong with exporting 20,000 doctors to the UK.
You know why, Spike? Because they corrupt. The country was set up by the British. They don't care. They don't care about the African people. They were put there to care. They're puppets. Exactly right. Africa is a fiefdom, Spike, set up as a fiefdom. Now, Saudi Arabia wasn't set up and Dubai wasn't set up as a fiefdom. So they actually want their people to actually be healthy. So they'll pillage Africa. Africa was set up as a fiefdom.
But you can also look at the population with the police. There is one police for every 400 Kenyans. So there are more police.
How about that?
Police.
So you know why they got enough police? Because that's to make sure we keep the Kenyans in control and fucking over our corrupt ass. That's why. That's why. So when revolution comes, they'll hopefully have enough, but they don't. You can't stop going to people who are not afraid. As Dopey says, you lose your fear, you gain your power. You got 400 people that's not scared all the time. One police can't stop 400 people.
No,
we gotta have more police to
right. It's 500. It's 500. One police for 500 people. One police policing 500. But if you compare one doctor to 16,000 people, then it shows you that you know, this is crazy. And I think it might also be worse in Zimbabwe. Let me see how much in Zimbabwe the ratio for the doctor to doctor population.
About controlling the people than they are.
Hey, me kid, I think I lost the audio or something. I can't really get to hear you, Keith. Can you hear me? I think I lost Keith right there. I think you're back. So if we go into the doctor population ratio in Zimbabwe, it will even you will not even be able to understand how crazy this is, because they are saying in Zimbabwe we have one doctor. He's saying we have one doctor for every 250,000 people. So virtually this is according to what I see the doctor population ratio in Zimbabwe, and they're saying that this is one for every 250,000. Zimbabwe has a critical doctor shortage
Now, Spikes. Okay, now, Spikes. Now let's do the ratio of how many police is it to how many ratio of police are there to the population of Zimbabwe. Just letting you know, it's about them controlling the population, not about the health. These African governments don't give a shit, and you just now put it in easily numbers, Spikes. They don't give a shit about African people. They're So tell me, what is the ratio, Spikes, of Zimbabwe? That is. I bet they one every 200,000. I bet that.
You might be very close to that, but I do not see the statistics. There are 45,000 officers in Zimbabwe. Can we see the ratio, the police to population ratio, the ratio in Zimbabwe? How many? I do not see that. I did not see that statistics regarding the. But I'm sure there are many police.
We can surmise, Spike, that there's not one cop for every 200,000 Zimbabwe. We can surmise that. We can surmise that.
These statistics are mind-boggling, if you might call them so. Yeah. They blow up your mind.
You know what, Spike? Because now you're becoming what a thinker now, researching, and you're like, what the fuck is actually going on? You're not. Your mind is wide awake, Spikes. Now you can go research shit yourself. That was a good way to find stuff. Let's do this. Let's do the ratio. You just proven that the African. You just proved that Kenya don't give a shit. The government doesn't give a shit about its people. You proved it with the numbers. We already knew it, but you proved it. Analytically, you proved that. You just proved that Nigeria don't give a shit about its people. And they're telling you, take this vaccine because we care about you. Just like Joby's dumbass cousin would say, why would the government not want to help you? Why would the government not do good? You moron. The government got one doctor for every 16,000 Kenyans. You idiot. They don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, they don't care whether you're dying of Ebola or dying of whatever is going to you. But I have checked also, before we get onto something else, I have also checked onto the countries with the most doctors per capita. The country number one is Qatar. Qatar has 77 doctors per 1,000 people. Number two is Monaco. Monaco has 71 doctors per 1,000 people. Cuba is also doing very well. Cuba has 67 doctors per 1,000 people. And we also
remember, Cuba as a small African, African island, said we're going to care about our people. We're going to give them health care. That's why, as poor as Cuba is, it has the best doctors on the planet because they cared about the people. So that you know the ratio right there in Cuba, they cared about the people. They're there. That's what it's showing you.
Yeah.
No matter how poor Cuba is, they cared about the people. Go ahead, Spike.
No, I was saying you can actually just get this, or really just what can I say? Demystify the statistics to show you the real information. But before you joined us right here on the live show, Kid, I was talking about South Africa. South African are also trying to be coerced into taking some Afghani refugees, but South Africa have said that they will not be taking any.
You know what they said? That's why, because you got white people there. That's why. Them crackers said no, hell no. You got white people there. Them white people said fuck no. Send their ass up to them African countries. We don't want their ass here. Hell no. Fuck no. Joe Ramaphosa's ass, UTA. No, we don't want these motherfuckers here. Send their ass to Uganda and Kenya. Where the fuck you send these no good dog-eating bastards at? Don't send them here.
So the minister for foreign affairs have said they are not able to take in any of these. They have declined.
They're not able to. Yeah, they're not able to. Yeah. At last I looked, South Africa's bigger than Uganda. South Africa's bigger than Kenya. We're not able to take in any of these refugees. You know why? Because the white people that run the country said, you better not take none of these motherfuckers up in here. That's why.
That is what the minister said. The minister said the South African government is unfortunately not in a position to accommodate that. So you can try elsewhere. Go knock on someone else's door. We are not going to be taking any. We are not going to be taking any.
And why didn't the U.S. government come in and say, "Hey, you'll take Why the U.S. government come and say, hey, you don't take these refugees because those are white people in South Africa, and they don't play tribal games. They look at the white people no matter where you find these motherfucking no good bastards at. So didn't nobody say, there was an Arab poster, you don't take these Afghanis, like they told Museveni, dumbass. Hey, Museveni, you still like being in fire for all these years, don't you? I do. Then you'll take these motherfuckers or we'll get rid of your nigga ass.
Same has happened. He shows you who the real puppets are. Uganda and Colombia, because also Colombia decided to, they vowed that to take in these refugees, the Afghani refugees. So Colombia and Uganda are the two countries. And I know the economy for Colombia is messed up. You cannot really talk about Colombia being able even to do for its own people. So how about you are not able to do for your own people?
I told you what I told you Colombia was, Spikes. It's a puppet state. Told you about Colombia. Colombia's always been a puppet state of America. It's a puppet state. That's why Colombia is more developed than African countries, but it's still impoverished. That's why these Negroes in America like to go down to Colombia, because it's cheap living, but it's developed. Isn't that amazing? It's cheaper. It's cheaper to live in Colombia than it is to live in goddamn Kenya. But Colombia is 10 times more developed than Kenya. But it's cheaper than Kenya.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Spikes.
Did Maro ever go to Colombia? I think he had a Colombian girlfriend, Amaro.
He lived in Colombia. Yeah, he lived he didn't go. He lived there. He lived there for 3 years with his goofy kid. It's my favorite country. That's where I want to live, in Colombia. You don't want to go back to Kenya? You don't want to go back to Kenya? I'll come back and visit my mom, but I want to live in Colombia because I got access to these Colombian white women who talk shit about me. Good, Spikes.
Well, that's good for you.
Look, Spikes. Half the country, half the people in Colombia are black. His black African ass don't have nothing to do with them black women in Colombia.
I think they got to a point they didn't want him there. I'm respectful that they did not even want him there. But
they deported his ass. They deported his ass. They kicked him out the country.
That is why he had to come back and build a mansion. That is why he had to come back. That is why he had to come back and build a mansion in his local home and talk about people. Send me the money.
I forgot. I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot they kicked him out of Colombia. That's right, and they wouldn't let him go. They wouldn't let him go to Brazil. I really want to go to Brazil and meet these white Brazilian women. They said no, nigga, no.
When you look at the two countries, Uganda and Colombia, I don't think they even are that big in size to be able to accommodate anyone else, and they already have their own problems. So that is also South Africans. Like I was also saying earlier, it's because the white minority there refused. They said no, we do not want anyone.
Yeah, they said no, we don't want
burning down.
They didn't want nobody run up down the street and say Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. They said hell no to that shit. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Send their ass to Colombia with that goofy shit. Right? Send their ass to Colombia with that goofy shit. No. Hell no.
That is a little bit
Don't be gonna be walking out on the beach in Mombasa, right? And she gonna walk into an Afghanistan. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! What the hell's going on?
Anyhow, let me play a little bit more about this video before we get to read it up. You can see exactly
what black girl.
Yeah.
I'm in Kenya. So what? I'm Afghanistan. You put some clothes on, damn it.
Yeah.
You gotta wear that job and all that. You gotta wear all that crazy shit, folks.
And cover from my head to toe. That is what they do.
That's right.
Nigeria waiting for an interview to work in Saudi Arabia. Medical doctors in various fields of medicine in Nigeria waiting for a job interview to work in Saudi Arabia. A long list of applicants has been taken but many are still registering, not minding the long hours they have to wait after trying their luck the previous day. This exercise is taking place at a time when resident doctors have been at loggerheads with the government over their remunerations. For these applicants, the quest for the greener pastures is preferable to the present situation.
Everyone needs to go and get some money to at least to lay hand on at old age.
We have to take care of our family. So in that case, whatever it takes to make life comfortable for you, you do.
That's how brainwashing works. He's outside and he got a goddamn mask on. Ain't nobody around you to give you no fake COVID-19. I don't know. I got the mask. The white man told me to wear the mask.
You can see the numbers. 8 out of 10 doctors are considering leaving Nigeria. So it means that you only have 2 left.
It's going to get worse, Spikes. It's going to get worse, right? It means that Nigerians don't have any doctors. And why not? Because Nigeria is still a rich country. Where's all the fucking money going at? Oh, it's going back to Europe. Oh, it's going to Europe. And it's going to the corrupt puppets that they left in charge of the country. That's why Nigeria is all fucked up. It was it was set up as a fiefdom, and that's why you had Biafra wanting to leave. Hey, we got to get out of this fiefdom. We want out of this shit.
They both people are tired. They want and
they're ready to do it again. And we want out of this fake ass country called Nigeria that the fucking British set up. We want out of it. This corrupt ass fiefdom. We want out of it. Like,
they're not getting a return on the money or the
no. They know Nigeria's corrupted shit. They put the people in the north in charge. They don't got the money. You got motherfuckers running around shooting people, kidnapping your daughter. What? People kidnapping women and raping women. Fuck that. You're not raping my daughter. Shut your fucking mind.
This is how the situation will get you in our
2017, those 8 out of 10 doctors in Nigeria, representing 88% of medical doctors in the country, are considering working abroad, especially in the United Kingdom, the United States, Canada, Australia, and UAE, due to factors such as low work satisfaction.
They all go to white countries. All these African doctors can fund the white countries, but they told the Africans a dummy. How's the African gonna be a doctor and the African's a dummy? See, you gotta merge the juxtaposition. They said you're less than them and you're dummies, but they got no problem you being their doctors. I thought they said you're dumb. How can you be a doctor if you're a dummy?
You will also say you're poor. They will be coming to steal from your house. So how am I poor and you coming to steal from my house?
Yeah, you're poor, but all the minerals, all the wealth is in Africa. Everything's in Africa. But sadly enough, the African has not had revolution. The real revolution got rid of these puppets. Shout out to Dr. Mumby. It's coming. It's coming. Kenyatta's family's got to be executed. Buhari's family's got to be executed. Most of the parliament in Nigeria's got to be executed. Most of the parliament in Kenya's got to be executed. Angola, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Uganda, Central African Republic, the Congo, all of it's got to be taken down. All of it.
People will start connecting the dots and also, filling up the puzzle so that they are able to see what's exactly
happening. Well, look at you, Spikes. You now know how to connect that. You just connect the dots right there. Just through statistics that that shit they talk about. Oh, we're making you masks and get the shot because we care about you. No, you don't. You ain't got enough doctors to take care of our ass. You don't give a shit about us. But they know most Africans can't do what you just did, Spikes. They're not able to do what you just did.
I was just saying the only important question is what happened to the last guards. That is the only important question the nurses should be asking themselves when they get to the UK, before even they plan on going to the UK. What happened to the last nurses? But thank you so much. We're almost running up.
And I go ahead and say, hey, hold on. Isn't Joby, ain't your cousin a nurse? Isn't Joby's cousin?
Actually, 3 of them, they are.
Are they going to Britain? Uh-oh.
I had the dad saying that since he saw the news on the newspaper, he wants to see if they can get the opportunity to go to the UK. So I bet they might be going.
Oh, well, you guys better say goodbye. They won't be coming back. They won't. I'll just say they won't come back alive. They'll ship their bodies back because they don't even want to bury them in Britain. Hey, put these niggas on a plane and bury their ass in Africa.
Or they might eat
like, the same thing President Putin said, Spikes. They treat Africa as a graveyard. Remember that? He's honest.
Yeah,
they treat Africa like a graveyard.
People loot all the resources in Africa, go spend them in Europe. The only time they will be coming back is when they are getting buried. That is the only time you will find
Exactly. So Jovi's cousins will be coming back to bury their ass. Hey, don't bury these niggas in Britain. Hey, get them back, get their ass back to Kenya. Go bury their ass there. Bury them there. So say your goodbyes. Tell them you love them, and that's gonna be the last time you see their ass.
Because one of them is the one who was the Europeans came to save our ass. So
there you go. Tell them goodbye, Jovi. Kiss them on the forehead and say good luck.
All the best.
Exactly right. Spike says exactly. All the best. All the best.
Yeah,
Toby, I got another dose. They gave me a booster shot when I got here. Uh-oh.
Then they say it's from the government, like the other one. I just think I have stupid cousins. Like this.
We all got stupid. Joby, we all got stupid family. We've conquered people. Not just your family. It's all African families globally. We got people that are dying. In my family, your family, this family. I don't know about Spike's family. I think Spike don't ever talk about his damn family.
My people are in central Kenya, so they are not really exposed a lot to what's going on with them, the shenanigans.
But I said it's gonna be whatever because I hope Dr. Mummy don't think she's gonna sit there in central Kenya eating her fresh vegetables and shit. That they're not gonna show up there. They coming. It's gonna take them a while, but they coming. It's gonna be a real fight.
People ought to have organized. People ought to have organized. By that time, I also hope Dr. Mumbi is organized.
Exactly. That's what she's doing. They say they're being organized, so that's a good thing. That's why we're taking this money next year before everything collapsed, the dollar, and we buying this land in Kenya. We gotta have land.
That is a real resource. General Mosky, you were saying, I think, Asi, and you're talking about the ninja suit. Are you talking about those doctors with the suits who are there queuing up for recruitment to be hired to go into the UAE? Well and good for them as well. I was saying that Qatar has the best doctor to patient, doctor.
Yeah, because it's not that many of them, Spikes. How many Qataris? I don't think is it like a million of them? It's only like a million Qataris. How many? What's the population, Spike?
Their currency is also good. I think when it comes to exchange rate, the Qatari money
is for the highest. Because it's all money. It's all money. They don't make shit. They don't do shit. It's like a million of them, and it's all money. But guess what? Why does the all money work for these no good bastards? And most of oil's in Africa. Why doesn't it all work for the African? Because they come in and steal from the African, put their puppets up, have them keep stealing to make Europe and these other Arab motherfuckers rich and keep Africans impoverished. And the Africans say, oh, we're waiting on Jesus. And we're waiting on the Lord. We're impoverished. I don't know why we're poor. I got no clue.
People in Africa, I think, even want to justify poverty at some extent. But nonetheless,
you said they think it's good. Like it's good to be impoverished because it's a thing about the Lord.
It's a problem. Yeah, that's how God works with our poverty.
The African has never been poor. Hold on, just do me a favor. Like, before we leave out there, show me images of Mansa Musa. But this is all of Africa. I'm just saying this when one person we know. Africa is rich, always been rich. Africans have only recently been poor and impoverished. Africa used to be the smartest place. It was called the Sage Continent. If anybody know what a sage means, it was the most intelligent. Now Africa is disrespected. It's known as the dumbest continent. Africans were known as the sage people, which means they were the smartest people on the planet. Now they're the most backwards, most idiotic, most retarded people, most scary people on the planet. We went from the most sage people to the most backward ass, idiotic, frightened people. It's crazy. But see, if you look at Mansa Musa, which Spikes is showing there, but this Africa, I'm just using them as an image. But Africa is still the richest place on the planet. It's just the Africans are poor because their minds are fucked up. Until you release the African mind, he will stay impoverished because they conquered our minds. So when Spikes and Joby are walking out and woken up, that's why they sound like oddballs. They're like ancient Africans, knowing the truth and not belief. So everybody's like, oh, Spikes, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. Joby, get away from me. You're crazy.
Say that's crazy talk right there. But yes, these are Mansa Musa.
Yeah, so that was Africa. That was Africa, period. When Mansa Musa took his ass out of Africa, plotting all his wealth, that did make white people want to say, hey, where all this goddamn money at? That's true. Spikes is right about that. That did make the poor ass Europeans say, hey, where the fuck all this money coming from? We ain't got no damn money.
They had to go back and make sure they find the root source or the source of all this money, and then cause havoc and chaos, pandemonium in those places. General Moscow is saying everyone. Yeah.
Go ahead, Spikes.
No, I'm saying General Moscow is saying everyone now has access to information. Yes, the information is there, but the problem is also knowing what to look for is a trick. But
exactly, I don't know if they know to look for it, General Moscow. You've been back home to Ghana. You know, you can't just like it's not no different in Ghana than it is in Kenya. You know, you tell some truth to a Ghanaian and his mind is fucked up. He'll look at you crazy. He'll look at you crazy, General Mosquito. You're like, hey, brother, you're teaching me the devil. Stop it. Stop teaching me the devil. I'm with the Jesus. You're like, what?
Also,
I'm with the Allah. Go ahead, Spike.
No, I was just saying that also in Ghana, the population of the doctor to the patient, the doctor to the population is also one doctor for about 16,000. One doctor for 16,000 people. So it's also as bad.
Just bad as Kenya. Exactly. I thought Kofi Adala-Dudu. Cared about the people. All that bull. That's propaganda. He don't give a shit about Ghanaian people. He's corrupt and crooked like everybody else. And the numbers show the truth. Go ahead,
the numbers never lie. They say men lie, women lie, but the numbers are never lie. So, Joby, would you have a closing remark? We almost have enough.
I want to appreciate Keith for joining us, and of course, thank you for giving us this broadcast. General Mosquito, even if you have not joined us today,
he is with us right here.
No, we wanted him to join.
I sent him a link here. I sent him a link earlier asking him to join us.
We appreciate you for your time.
You wanted to hear his UK accent because I understand that he talks like,
He won't never come on. We were trying to get General Mosquito to come on like 5 years. He won't never come on because he knows he can say, hey, mate, hey, I think the doctors from Kenya are supposed to be staying in Kenya, but we'll find out when they get up here, mate. I sound more Australian than I do British.
Anyhow, family, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us. Make sure to join us on the other episode, which is the Africa Today Show. A little bit.
Hold on, before we leave, hold on. Let's be honest. I did mine. Joby and Spike, do your British accent. Cammy did a good British accent. I was surprised. Do your British accent, Spike.
I have no any other accent apart from my rural central Kenya accent. I would fail terribly at the UK accent.
That's it, Joby. Joby, do your British accent.
I don't think I got any. Just got the English one, the Swahili.
May?
And...
I don't know.
Oh my God, I didn't think I find.
We need to bring back that Kenyan actress who could do British. She could do Nigerian. I forgot her name. She did all those accents like superbly.
She was an actress. We hope to have her sometime.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Much love, family.
Much peace and love to everyone. See you on the other show.
Oh, what show you doing now? Are you doing another one?
No, I'm saying the Africa
Today show. Yeah. Well, hey, somebody give Mississippi some money. These roads are fucked up. God damn.
Crazy.